Hi, my dear people, it's Laura, and welcome to my 2023 monthly planner, aka the first monthly planner that I ever done. I'm creating this setup in my new journal that I got from my boyfriend as a Christmas present, and it is a Tsuki edition from Notebook Therapy. As you saw from the intro, it is a rose edition, and I really love it because it is reminding me of a book. Now for the first page, I'm just writing my own name, Laura, and I'm also writing my social media name, which is Dreams by Her. And for the design, since we're all in the spirit right now, I am putting another beautiful rose flower, and I really love the vibrant and dark red color that is actually here on this notebook, and that's why I decided to go with this kind of flower, vintage flower theme. Now that the very first page is finished, we are going to create my cover page, and I decided to make it simple and yet to make it very floral. I gathered all the materials that I already had, and I also decided that I would choose them by, of course, a theme, which is a floral one, and by color, and they had to have some type of red color to it. For example, that's why I chose this note, which has a bird on it, because it looked aesthetic and it also had a little bit of red color. This cover page is more like a minimalistic kind of collage, and I'm always into it, and whenever I don't know what to do with my spreads, I make a little collage and then everything is just so much better. And then for the final touch, I'm just writing here Hello 2023, so that whenever I open this journal, I will know that this journal was all about 2023. And then we're moving to our next page, and I decided to make it a little monthly calendar. It's not that much of a necessary spread, but I just thought it would look beautiful, and whenever I would be making new spreads, I wouldn't have to check out my phone for the days of the month, and I would just have to go back to this page and everything is already there. For a little flowerly help, I'm using my beautiful The Washi Tape Shop washi tapes, and they came in so handy for my spreads right now. They really go well with my vintage vibe. Even though I didn't film it, on the right side I actually put some type of amazing flowery lace washi tape, and then I cut out the edges so that it would look like it's swirling. You will see that later. Now we're just speeding up the way that I'm writing down numbers because I didn't want to bore you with that. And I will of course add the names of each month, and that is basically going to be it. As I'm finishing this page, I wanted to tell you that I'm very excited for this monthly setup, and I never done monthly setups, and I think that now as I'm doing all those bullet journaling and thematic months, it would be really useful to have a journal that has a monthly setup at the beginning. I also never had a specific notebook just for a specific year. I was always just journaling however I wanted, but this time I decided I would have a special journal for each year. Now these two pages are going to be made for something that I loved doing before, and then I kind of stopped, so I want to reconnect with my two passions this year. First page is going to be prepared for the TV shows that I plan on watching in 2023, and this page is not going to be about what I want to watch, like a wish list or something. It's going to be more like what I watched in 2023. As you can see, I painted the cutout area with my Tombow brush pen. I also added some stamps and I added some washi tapes. And of course, what you can see on the right side is I added books. I used to be a huge book lover, but then as I got into college books, I kind of stopped reading for fun and I just read for the educational purposes. In the next year, I really want to reconnect with my book passion, and I really want to start reading again for fun, and this page is going to be like my reading tracker. As you can see, there is not much space because I'm not about the quantity, I just really want to reconnect with reading. For the decoration, I'm also adding some washi tapes from the beautiful collection that the washi tape shop has, and I already showcased these from my previous videos, but now you can really see them in action. This theme is basically my second flower theme, and I have to admit I love the flower themes. I think they look amazing, and what gives out the vintage vibe for me is basically lace stuff, brown colors, and definitely flowers. And also, like a little personal note from me to, well, me and also you, is that I really want to connect myself a lot more with vintage stuff, so with vintage bullet journaling and also vintage fashion. And I really want to know about the past decades, and I really want to get into it because the best way of creating vintage stuff, bullet journaling, themes, whatever, is by learning about that. So that is a huge goal for 2023. And here now I'm just stamping out some floral designs. Here I'm just writing down an amazing quote that I saw on Pinterest. Birds have wings, humans have books. I'm going to be very inspired by this quote because honestly it really is true. Now the next page I kind of made up my own because I really wanted this journal to be very personal and to really have only the pages that I would use. I decided to call this page Lessons Learned because I'm going to be writing down every single lesson that I think I have learned in 2023. And by lesson, I really don't mean like a class or anything, but what I mean about lesson is basically like a life lesson, some type of a motto or something that I really discovered or that opened my eyes. During the years, I noticed that over some time, I really learned something new, something that gave me a different type of perspective. And now I just think it would be really interesting to write that down in my journal. And definitely, an overall goal is basically to learn from my mistakes, so that is a plus too. And then on the next page, I basically just have my goals page where I would be writing down what my goals are for 2023. For example, I said I wanted to read more, so maybe I can write down what I want to read or how much I want to read again. And guys, I really have to point out that this is my first monthly planner and I really didn't know what exactly should I put here, but I basically just went with my instinct. And my biggest tip for you is to definitely create it on your own and make it work for you. But anyways, yeah, this page now is a very interesting one. I actually had this one before, I just didn't exactly use it that much. And I'm going to be leaving out spaces for each month here. And then at the end of each month, I'm going to be writing down what was significant or what was bad here. So whatever was like a key that month, I will be writing down. Before we make it to the final flip through, I just wanted to tell you that I don't exactly believe that a new year itself is going to change something. It is all upon us to change it. So I really hope that I will be able to reach my goals and that I will be able to fulfill everything that I will be writing down in this notebook. And I really hope that you guys like this video and that you will find an inspiration. And what else is there to say except have a great new year, and I wish you all the best and that you manage to actually achieve your goals. Make sure to subscribe and see you soon. Bye!